Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I was like focusing on what was outside. It's Narrative Terror. How are you? I'm here for Pluto, June 2021. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Commenting, liking just helps, YouTube know that people are watching it. So if you like it, click the like. If you want to subscribe, definitely go ahead and click the button that says that. You can click the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when changes are made, as opposed to going to your feed and like, hey, there's a video there. And you didn't know, but it's like in like 3 weeks. And check back periodically, because some people, they get unsubscribed or they get, the notifications thing goes off. So there's that. I do monthly videos by planet. If you're interested in those, then definitely stick around. I don't do love readings or anything like that. It's whatever message comes out, and they generally aren't about love. So if you're into specifically love readings, not the place for you. I'm just saying. But I do other readings, redemption readings. I'm going to start incorporating more and more womb readings, spiral readings, well, maybe womb readings on the other thing. Book reviews, hauls, astrology musings, things like that. But yeah, other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and keep watching. So I'm going to use 3 decks, but this video is in 2 parts. The first part is just a 1-card pull. For Pluto, I do my decks by planet, so I assign a planet to them. For the Pluto deck that I'm choosing this month, the Mandala Astrological Tarot by A.T. Man. This is what it looks like. A card already came out, which is 2 of Cups, Moon, Cancer. I might pull another one. The second part, I'll be doing the reading using the Good Tarot and Sacred Geometry. So let's get it. 2 of Cups, Cancer. So I don't know if you're going to be preparing for Cancer season, Pluto people, Plutonians. We got 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Mercury and Gemini. I don't know if you're going to be planning for Cancer season, or you're going to be planning for the moon in Cancer. I don't know. It just seems like there might be some heavy duty preparation, but it's very like months ahead of time. So I don't know when Pluto retrograde is going to end. I think it's sometime in December or something like that. That's when you would have a full moon in Cancer, because the sun would be in Capricorn. So I would say look out for that. You may be planning ahead. You may be getting your ducks in a row for times to come. It's something that you may be worried about, Pluto. It's not here yet for you, maybe, but and you got the 10 of Swords. You might be preparing for something. Now, it could be some preparing with these 8 of Swords and 10 of Swords. Preparing for something with someone that is quite close to you. So to me, it feels like more like lawsuit type stuff, like business dealings, rehashing that, or trying to really finally settle business. I don't really feel like romance, but it's with somebody you care about, you know what I'm saying? And that can be quite a difficult thing, because it's like, if you sign up to do certain financial dealings with people that are close to you, and this is sacral chakra, so these are people that I feel like are quite deep to you, even though the 2 top cards are swords here. You got the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Even though they're mental cards, but they're really deep in your, not subconscious, but they're really deep in your bloodline, like their family, or they're just really deep in like that very intimate, vulnerable space, So I would say you might need a buffer between the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Like I kind of do want the Nine of Swords to show up. That way you can show a progression. Because it's like, even though it's the 8 to the 10, it feels like it goes 0 to 100. So just pay attention to that. Pay attention to, and you have the Three of Pentacles. Pay attention to how things progressively get, if they get progressively worse. Now, if you're entering into business with somebody, they may not be the best business person. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Like they have potential, but this person can be younger than you. This person can be like financially irresponsible, and you're going into business with them, or like they make a lot of executive decisions that may be based on like trends as opposed to like the company's mission statement, like the company's mission, or they don't have a mission. It's just like they just want to start a business to make money or something like that, like, but they're not financially prepared to deal with it. They don't know anything about it. Like it's something with that where like, because the Three of Pentacles is not like it's the Ace of Pentacles, which is like a new opportunity, or two where they're juggling, or they're confused. It's like they know what the idea is, but it's like I don't really know if they have the acumen to like follow through. Or like this could be like getting an employee and you're like, did you read the policies? Yeah, I read the policies. And then you let them work on their own and they like break like 4 of like 5 policies. You like, did you read? Did you really read? Like for real? Like did you? And they're like, yeah, like I definitely read. And it's just like, this was a trick question. I know you didn't read, like, so, but these are people that are sharing an intimate space, like, you know, you spend a lot of your time with your coworkers, like, more than your family, for real. So this is kind of like a headache. I get a little bit of humor in this, but like, and maybe that's why the 9 isn't there, that like, there's a little bit of humor in here. It's almost like, it's not that like this person like fucks up your business and you go out of business, or you're having to declare bankruptcy, or you're like having lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? Like a restaurant where like the person, they claim they have experience with like sanitation or food prep, and then they like totally botch it. But it's like little things that they do. It's kind of like they're not a detailed person. They're not a detailed person. They're like they would be better served. Excuse me, they would be better served not doing the like day-to-day monotonous stuff. Like if this person can work as a hostess, if this person can work as the person that is an agent or representative, a consultant, where they're talking to people, I feel like they're better. When they have to prove themselves working with systems, cash registers, technology, screens, prep, things where there's high intensity, stuff like that, like they don't do so well, and they could kind of cost you money because like they're not paying attention to like, oh, the inventory's low. Like they look at the shelves, they look stocked, they go home, and then you come home, you come there the next day, and it's like, you know, if you are a seafood place, you only have like 3 bags of seafood, like 3 bags of shrimp, you know, 5-pound bags of shrimp, and it's like, okay, we're supposed to stay open all day. How's this gonna work? And it's like, you're known for shrimp, so it's kind of like, well, what do you do now? So I would say this is a month to get right with that. Let them know, and or put them in a space that's most appropriate for them. Don't put them in spaces like, I'm gonna try and like shake it up, I'm gonna try and help them boost their confidence or boost their skills. Like put them where they're supposed to be, like put them where they're naturally meant to be. And I kind of feel like their curiosity will lead them to want to learn about that other stuff, but it's not forced upon them. This seems so like this is like a family member working for you or something like that, or like, you know, somebody who's quite young, like, you know, this is their first job or something like that. Because, like, if you are like 40 years old, nobody's doing this for you. So this person seems quite young. And so they can kind of get away with it. They're youthful enough to draw in people and to be gregarious and, you know, have the gusto to go for people. They don't have any really fear about that, which is funny with this Eight of Swords and Ten of Swords. That's your fear, like, oh, they gotta, it's like they're a go-getter and they're out there, but they're not at the capacity where they would bring you in like the Ten of Pentacles, anything like that. You know, they're a good person to get people in the door. So if you're working with people like this, if you have a business like this, if you're trying to hire somebody, know that if you hire somebody young, it's their first job, you may want to get them the one that interacts with the public, because they seem to be quite good at that, actually. Very good at small talk, very good at being just personable, open, and friendly. They're not rude. They're not, you know, saying jokes that are suggestive or anything like that. They're quite open and actually quite innocent. But that innocence comes with, like, really a lot of inexperience. So you're going to have to, like, weigh that. So think about that. And this could just be new energy that's inviting but not fully developed to where you'll be able to master something. So don't try to look for quick fixes. Don't try to look for 0 to 100, A to Z overnight. You're in a position where you have the potential to earn with the Three of Pentacles. You have the potential, but it's not quite there yet. And if you are somebody who's new at something, you keep wincing at when you are messing up or mistakes or something like that, I would say stop that, because it's like the feedback you're getting is pretty decent. So don't worry about it. So Pluto, it's like, but it's like you're, let's see. I didn't have 5 cards for y'all. You're preparing, okay. You're kind of preparing for some sort of evaluation. Because you got 3 of Wands and you got 3 of Cups and then you got 3 of Pentacles. You're reviewing for some sort of evaluation or some sort of when you, like, this period when you put it all together. So you, for Pluto, are very long-term planning. This looks like it's a start. This will all click in by the end of December or whenever Pluto stops going retrograde, but I think it's at the end of December, going into 2022. You'll be able to kind of see it come together, and you'll be a little bit more comfortable with then giving, with that 3 of Wands, a little bit corrective action, things like that. And you'll be able to link them up with more responsibilities, getting to know more people and things like that. You may be very surprised that this person is actually fitting in quite well. They're quite personable. People know them. If they're an employee, just watch out for relationships at work. Because they're personable, with these triangles, there could be potential for office, not affairs, but office, you know, interactions, especially if they're young, you know, they're 16, 17, 18, like, just make sure that you're watching, like, that kind of stuff, because that could create the anxiety for them, you know what I'm saying? And it creates barriers of where they can and cannot go. You know, if they're in a restaurant and their ex, you know, works at the front, you know, now they're working at the front with them, and that could affect their performance and things like that. And you being that 3 of Pentacles overseer, or that 3 of Wands, really, you're really more of this with the criticism and the gentle guidance and mentoring. You would have to come in there and actually separate people and stuff like that. So just be observant of that. And also, it's summertime. It's about to be summertime with that Cancer stuff. So this person may stay on for about 6 months or so. Now we're going into the second part with the good tarot. Okay. 9 of Fire. And then you have, get your heating systems and stuff like that fixed, or HVAC or whatever. And this is the other deck. Get that fixed. Get that fixed. And also, reevaluate. You got the triangle again. Reevaluate your uniforms. I don't know if your uniforms are hot or what. Do something to make the atmosphere cold, cool, something like that. Especially if it's in the summertime, because it could get pretty hot. So make sure people aren't, especially with restrictions, that people are distanced, people are cool. Get rid of weird odors when things happen. Because sometimes patrons come in and they be, a little bit. So deodorize. Make sure the staff is deodorizing. Make sure you may have one of those. Those little posters that people have, like those job posters, and they talking about like teamwork is like a so and so. It's just like, well, that fake ass decor. But anyway, like you may have these little pyramids and this is what we're doing, the 3 prongs of blah blah blah. Like just make sure that like people are aware of this stuff. Make sure that if you're gonna put policies and stuff like that people need to follow, put it like somewhere where they can see it quite often, like washing your hands like right in front of like the door in the stall above the sink, because like people, they like try to act like they don't see shit. Make sure type is legible. You might want to change your menu font. You may want to change your menu font. You may want to change your logo. You may want to change your seating arrangements. You may want to change who you get your shit from, like your vendors and stuff like that, prices. So you probably are going to be revamping or even remodeling your business in the next few months, and you're preparing that. So these are the little things that you can prepare. Picking the right staff. We've gone through this. Pick the right staff. As you thinking about this way, as you get deeper into the business, deeper into the physical space, right? The friendliest energies like at the door, the more serious energies at the back, or something like that, or something like that. Feng shui it, learn about the architecture schematics. Make sure you're looking at plumbing, piping, heating. You may want to go back there with the chefs and stuff like that and ask them, is your workflow okay? Do you need anything else? Do you need any new equipment? Just keep up with the latest standards when it comes to what's being used in your industry. I'm just using like a restaurant because it's like the most obvious. What's being used, pick up magazines, read and stuff like that. Now with this 9 of fire, 9 of wands, it could be very overwhelming, particularly if you're a new business, because you could be a new business owner and you're very antsy and then you're hiring people. You're like, will they do well? And blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So just focus. I was gonna say get your shit together, but focus and just have really good policies in place, really good rules in place. Always observe them, always look at them. If you need help, then hire like a manager or something like that. Get your social media accounts together, take really nice pictures of your food or your product, or do videos of your services, promo, stuff like that. You're preparing to move into a more mature phase, I guess. And this 6-month period, maybe with Pluto and transformations like that, will be the time period where you are either preparing or you're going through these experiences so that when 2022 comes, you can revamp stuff. So every month you could be revamping something, and it could be larger and larger in scope, or you're doing this over here and a little bit over here and a little bit over there. Every month, you're building towards it, and you're having things come up that don't end the business, right? I think you worry a lot. Now, there might be some scares, but they may come up to challenge you, right? How well you're doing with your business, how well you're doing with progression, change, flexibility. And there's a lot of introspection that you have to do. Why you want this business? Whose dream is this? Is it yours or somebody else's? Are you spending too much time here? Can you delegate more? That kind of stuff, I think, will be coming up for you a lot more. I don't know where Pluto is for you. It's probably maybe in your 2nd house or your 10th house or something like that. But yeah, that's what I got. So thank you for watching. What is this video? Pluto. Pluto, June 2021. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.